So I'm gonna play the older man, Big Daddy's role today. How many of you have never been teenagers? How many? Oh, all of you have. Okay. All right. Now, how many of you have done really dumb shit just to impress somebody else? All of you? Thank you. Now, this video has been sent to me twice, and I've also seen it on some of the other guys who share male content. I've seen it on their website. And a lot of these guys who've made a rebuttal to this video sort of made it into another black woman behaving badly. Now, I've done videos on this before because I have to highlight ladies or men in our society who actually behave badly, because I strongly feel that we have to bring back shaming, because apparently people just don't have any shame anymore. And if we do shame women, we get called really bad names for shaming women, right? But there's a reason why shaming exists. It keeps people from doing dumb shit like this. So let's take a look at the video, and I'm gonna break it down. And you might be surprised of how I evaluate this video, because I see some things that the other content creator did not see in this video. And I think the only reason I see it is because I have 2 teenage daughters. But let me break it down as we go, okay?
And attacked a street pianist twice and stole all his tips.
Now look at her face. She know she effed up. She said, "I'm so sorry." But in the other videos that were created by other creators, it made it seem like this young woman had no remorse. I identified this, and I am pointing it out. She said, "I'm so sorry." But the problem is, she doubled down. She knows she screwed up, but she doubled down, right? Here. And in this case, the crowd is doing what they're supposed to do: shame her. The first time, they ignored the fact that she stopped this man's livelihood. But in the second sense, when she took the money, they made her know that that was not acceptable.
Her supposed friend suggested an awkward solution.
These are her instigators.
A young pianist was about to lose faith in people, but passing by strangers started helping him.
The peer pressure. I'm going to get into this further into the video. I'm going to get into this after the video.
Shout out to the guy that tipped me after, and all of the people that came and helped out after seeing what happened. It really restores my faith in humanity.
After the video went viral, the internet did its thing and the viewers found the bully, who has now made her TikTok account private. But why did she do it anyway? A woman attacked a street pianist twice.
So guys, before I get into it, you know the drill. If you've been here before, please love the video, like it, like it, like it. If you have not subscribed to my account yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell so that you can start getting some good, strong knowledge on life. If you haven't had a father figure, if you don't understand how it is to exist in this world, just being a little bit better, listen up to this message, okay? Now, I'm gonna read you some of the comments of this video, and I want you to see how people react. Now, I can tell you, this girl got hell. The internet went nuts on her. So her family got involved. They went after everybody in her family. So I like this idea that we are now starting to see more people pushing back at female bad behavior. Listen, it's done to men all the time. So the reason why I call out female bad behavior, or why I specified female bad behavior, because females tend to get away with a lot more than men do. Men just have to look at a woman wrong, say something wrong, even do one little kiss, a little touch, a little look, and he's canceled. The repercussions are severe. You lose your job. You lose your livelihood. And when people hear these things, just a little side note, when people hear, oh, you lose your job, people just think, oh, you lost your job. People don't look at the fact that, oh, I can't pay my mortgage. Oh, I can't pay my car loan. Oh, I can't pay my hospital bills. I no longer have health insurance. You don't understand the ramifications of losing your job. And if you have a family, you're screwed. So just an accusation where a man loses his job until proven innocent, you don't realize how severe it is. A person's job is literally everything that he owns, what he possesses in today's credit society. Now, I say this as a side note because I want you to understand the severity of shaming someone and having them lose their job. Now, this is a young lady, so this is a bit different. And this is the reason why I want to address this situation. At the beginning of the video, I asked you, have you ever done any dumb shit when you were young? And I know 99% of you will answer yes. The difference between back then and now, depending on your age, is that usually your mess ups were only confined to a very small amount of people, either in your town, within your football team, within your school, etc. Now, everybody have a camera, and anything you do stupid is recorded and it's spread worldwide. Look at this, for example. I'm a guy sitting in Dubai. This is a little girl sitting somewhere in America on the side of a street one night, probably got tempted or nudged on by her friends. Oh, I bet you can't go and stop his music, because she did it twice, right? Now, apparently she was in trouble before. She's been in a little bit of trouble for theft. Apparently the internet went so far as to pull some of her past records. You see how insane the internet can be? That is why I tell my daughters, keep your nose clean, because every stupid action that you make in today's world is going to affect you for a lifetime. This little girl is going to have problems getting jobs. She's going to have problems just in life in general because of one dumb mistake. So my message is to all of you parents, you single mothers who have girls like this, you have to make them understand with severity. I mean, pound it into their head that anything stupid is going to affect them for life. The problem we have in today's modern society is that when we do dumb shit, we know we're going to get tons of attention. And who craves attention more than anything else? Women. They love that attention. And because we have a culture, a rap culture of being a bad bee and the guns and the freaking gang signs and I'm a badass and I'm blah, blah, blah. We have this culture where women, girls can do this dumb shit because they're influenced by the cultural message to say, hey, I can do whatever I want and be bad and be rewarded for it. Then we get people like Kim Kardashian who makes a sex tape and become a billionaire. So they look at that as proof.
Generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability.
They look at all of these women on OF, on OnlyFans, who making a lot of money. I can be a hoe and make money. So anything that gets them attention, this is where we at in our society. Now this young lady, if you remember, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Her human instincts kicked in first, but then her programming took over. She doubled down and took his money. That's the bad part. You could see that she was instinctively sorry. She did not mean to destroy or to disrupt the piano. She just wanted to stop the music, but she pressed too hard on the stand and it collapsed. You can see it in the video. That's why I stopped it there so it could sink in a bit. But you could see her two friends in the background giggling and laughing. They weren't in shock, they were laughing. Now, here's a lesson. Mothers, single mothers, fathers who have kids. But I will now show my daughters this video and I will tell them never, ever to do that. And you know what? The chances of them doing something stupid, still there, because their brain hasn't really figured it out yet. Their brain is still developing to understand these things. Because as teenagers, we're driven by a certain instinct. So this is my lesson to you guys today. I will show my daughters this video and I will tell them, listen, when you see that you have screwed up, you instantly apologize. You literally humble yourself, look at the man's eyes, look at the woman's eyes, whoever you messed up with, and say, I am so sorry. I had no intentions of that happening. Let me know how I can help you, please. Don't double down. Don't run off. Stay with the person. Help him or her pick up every single bit of your damage that you have done. Volunteer to sing with him for the rest of the night so you could bring in money. Whatever it takes to rectify your stupidity, you do it. But you never double down on your stupidity. That is the biggest error that she made. And the internet made her have it. I'm telling you, they went to her TikTok page and she literally had to shut it down. Let's read some of the comments just from this page. Can we find and expose her? So young Jamie, that's what he said. Can we find and expose her? Yeah, that's what they're looking to do. Colton and Jen said, anyone got an update for what happened to her? The comment says her name is Shantae Heard. Geez, first and last name out there, and that she made her social media private. But I want to know if anything else happened, such as her being criminally charged, or if she got fired from her job, expelled from her college. Wow, you see what I'm talking about? This is the age that we're in. We are in the cancel culture. They want her out of college. They want her job. These are life-changing problems that she has just because she put her hand on a piano and it collapsed. And how could she have made this better for the internet? Just stop and be apologetic. Be accountable. But gentlemen, we do know that women feeling accountable and responsible, that's like kryptonite and Superman. Those two things don't mix, does it? So we know that her programming kicked in. I'll read a few more. Wow, this is a woman. This woman said, Miji Sarang said, couldn't find her info under Shantae Heard. Anyone know her school or Instagram? Trying to look her up and make sure she gets expelled or fired. Laughing. Yeah, the internet is cruel, man. Jesus. Wow. Diana says, what's her name? She better have gotten arrested. Ah, man. And Texas said, they ate her up in her comments and she had to disable her social media. Another gentleman, he said, call the cops, that's theft. This gentleman, Joe, said, if the race was reversed, this would be on every CNN, MSNBC, Siren, I don't know what Siren means, and they would have talked about it endlessly. I don't know whether we should bring race into this. I mean, the only reason I'm covering it because I don't think I'm qualified to talk about anyone outside my race. And I will call out my people. There are other white guys and other white ladies that will do theirs, and the Asians will do theirs, and only because we live in that type of society. I have no issues with talking about anyone else, but I know how the internet is. They will come at me if I talk about any other race. So I don't. So I'll read a few more. No, it's not a hate crime. It's just a teenager, young woman looking for attention. I could go on with every single one of these comments, but it's basically saying the same thing. Arrest her, crime, shame, shame, shame. Make sure she gets fired from her job, or if she's in college, make sure she gets expelled from her college. In other words, destroy her. You know, I remember when I was around 14, 15, I had my first little job packing groceries in a supermarket. And one day, there was a whole line of packed flour coming off the conveyor belt, right? And for some reason, I had the broomstick. I was sweeping out the back storage room and I had the broomstick. And I saw one of the packs of flour coming down and I just went, the bag just burst open. And at that exact time, my supervisor came in. He saw exactly what I did when I did it. There was just no denying it. And he just shouted at me, Paul, what the hell are you doing, man? I remember he was Bajan, you know, and my whole body just shook. I mean, I just froze, and I'm like, I don't know. Why you do it? He kept going on. Why you do that, man? Why you do that? Why you do that? I could fire you right now. And I can tell you, the blood just drained from my face. You would have seen it if I was white. Yeah, racist joke. but I just held my head down and just like, I don't know. I have no idea why I did that. It didn't make sense to me, even to this day, 40 odd years later, right? I could never explain what happened in my brain to poke a big bag of flour and freaking burst it open. But that's the brain of a teenager. When we're teenagers, we do dumb shit. And we just don't understand what's going on in our brains. So at some point, we have to be given a pass on certain things. You know what stopped me from doing a lot of dumb stuff? I had a father that would kill me if I had lost that job, because he's the one that got me that job. And if I had lost that job for some dumb, stupid thing like bursting a bag of flour, I can't even today, I'm just shuddering thinking of what would happen when I got my ass home. But I want you guys to understand the lesson. That one incident made me very aware, and the fear of not disappointing my father and having my butt whipped. Because back in the Caribbean in those days, that's just part of the whole process. Going to a Catholic school at the same time, part of the process. Had my hands whipped with those little rods, those little long rods, thin. And if it's more severe, right on the ass cheeks. That's what kept us out of trouble. Now, we don't do that to kids these days. There's no repercussions. We can't even talk to them harsh because they're so delicate. That's a whole other story. I want to keep this point simple. I'm asking you guys, give this girl a break. I think she's had enough. There's no way, I don't think that she deserved to be punished in this young age, losing her job, losing her school privileges and all of that other crap. She's learned her lesson. Leave it alone. Look at this other case that I came across this morning on CNN. So I'm going to put up this CNN screenshot that I took of my television this morning. What does it say? 200-year-old tree. I cut off the 200. This is a 200-year-old tree cut down by a 16-year-old child.
The UK's iconic Sycamore Gap tree has been cut down by vandals. A 16-year-old boy has been arrested on suspicion of criminal damage. The tree on Hadrian's Wall in Northumberland is one of the most photographed in the country, and it was voted English Tree of the Year in 2016 in the Woodland Trust Awards. Northumbria police believe the felling of the tree that was found this morning was a deliberate act of vandalism.
And disbelief and, well, frankly, anger.
The National Trust said it was shocked and saddened. This was a landmark people travelled to see from far and wide, but above all, it was a source of immense local pride.
Why would a 16-year-old do that? What is he doing with this tree? You and I will never be able to answer that, and this kid will probably never be able to answer that as well. Just like the kid I was at 14, I couldn't tell you why I broke that bag of flour with a broomstick. Can't tell you. So I'll finish with this one statement. Parents, understand that you have to explain to your child, do not double down when you get in trouble. Apologize, apologize, apologize profusely. Volunteer to rectify the situation. You will screw up. You say to your kids, I know you will screw up, but please, when you screw up, just deal with it there and then. Don't do anything criminal. If you ever do anything criminal, keep your mouth shut and ask for a lawyer. That's the best advice I can tell you, because I know that if you start talking about, oh yes, I did it, I'm guilty, you'll get crucified. The best thing to do is shut your mouth and ask for a lawyer. If it's not criminal, like something like this, just apologize so that the internet don't sacrifice you to the wolves, because that's what's happening. Okay guys, I'll leave this one here. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have teenagers that do dumb shit. And let me know how you would handle a situation like this if you had a child. Okay? So, guys, remember, subscribe, give me a thumbs up on the way out so that this algorithm will know that they have to push it out for me. Okay? And of course, listen, if you want any help with mentoring or just advice, log in to askanolderman.com, book a session, let's have a chat. Okay? I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.